you spilled something and you think, okay, let me Google how do I get rid of this. Shona actually went and she scoured the internet for you to find a whole bunch of different cleaning hacks. We don't know what's going to work and what's not going to work. We're going to test them now and see.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get started because some of these are really cool. And some absolutely blew my mind, and I really want this first one to work. I really want it. Okay, so you're painting your nails, you're being fabulous.
Ladies.
One of your kids come in, they want a hug, they bump, you spill nail polish all over your bathroom tile floor. So this is a tile here on your hardwood floors, on anything really. Yeah. Oh no. Okay.
What are we gonna do?
After you lace the air with colorful language, no doubt.
You know my house.
No judgment. I can relate. So what do you do? So your first instinct might be just wipe it up and that would smear it with tissue or something like that. That smears it. That's worse, especially on a hardwood floor, because you can't then go in with nail polish remover because that'll ruin the finish of your hardwood floor, or even your laminate, whatever. Tile, you might be able to get away with that.
Okay.
Might. Not all tile. I didn't tell you to go do that.
Right?
Okay. So instead, we're running to the kitchen and we're getting out the sugar.
Sugar.
Okay. So supposedly you put white sugar on the nail polish. Give it a good cover. Okay. So cover that nail polish up.
It's going to absorb it like rice and red wine?
Yeah. I thought you were going to say like an iPhone or something in the water. That's why I paused. I'm like, red wine. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, yes,
red wine. I don't know about the iPhone.
Yeah. So you let it sit for a minute.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to test it I don't want to rush it because it's...
Don't rush it.
Let's go to the next one and we'll come back to that.
Let's come back.
Just for the sake of time.
Just sit for a while.
Okay, so if you have silver, this is a silver necklace of mine. It's tarnished all get out. That was silver one day. It's now basically brown. We want to polish it, but to get into the grooves and all that of a chain and a piece of jewelry, it's annoying.
Right.
So grab a glass dish. Put tin foil in the bottom of the dish. Okay. Now this will also work for a silver tea service or for silver cutlery or anything that is true silver.
Okay.
You just would then obviously get a bigger dish.
Yes,
if you don't have a glass dish, you could also go to the dollar store and get one of those tin aluminum. It has to be aluminum.
Oh, okay.
Aluminum
those trays.
You can just do that instead of the glass dish with the silver.
Okay.
Okay. So then we're putting in a tablespoon for this size anyway. Just multiply it for your dish. Can't get this out. Oh, I'm a little short on that. So the measurements don't have to be exact because I've actually done. This is one that I've done.
So your baking soda.
And you've got salt.
Coarse salt.
Yeah.
Does it have to be coarse salt?
It doesn't have to be coarse. That's just what I have on my counter. This is really forgiving.
Okay.
Now know this. When you're going to mix, we're going to vinegar next.
Yeah.
When we're pouring vinegar in this, don't hover over the top of it because vinegar and baking soda create a little fuzz. Okay.
It's a little science experiment.
It is a little science experiment.
Fun.
Okay, we've got a fuzz going. Then we're going to the kettle and we're doing boiling water. Okay. We're doing 1 cup of boiling water to half a cup of vinegar. So we're all fuzzy. You lay your tarnished, whatever, necklace, jewelry, whatever it may be, flat on the aluminum foil, okay? And you want to not have it overlapping in any way, and you want it all to be touching the aluminum.
Got it.
Okay, because that's the whole science part of it that I can't explain, it just works. Okay. So while that's sitting, it can take 30 seconds, it can take a minute.
Give it some time.
Depending on how deeply tarnished it is.
Yeah.
So let's go back and see if this
Should
works.
we have a scraper or something?
No,
or
you're not supposed to. Supposedly it just smears off and it doesn't work.
No.
Well, no, you know what? It kind of does. You know what? Look,
it's kind
it is flaking off a little bit.
Yes, we're just left with.
But maybe we just didn't let it sit long enough.
Maybe. I feel like if we sat and let it sit long enough, it would all come off. Look at that.
You know what? This doesn't work for me because if that's a hardwood floor, you're not going to be able to take that off with remover. So
no.
I'm going to give that a fail.
Yeah,
even though online it worked.
It worked. Don't use red nail polish on your hardwood floors. That's the lesson we learned.
I thought you were going to say don't use red nail polish, and I was going to go, as if. I'm totally going to use it. Yeah. So let's go back to the silver here and see how that's making out. Now, it's hot water, so use tongs. Yeah. I have got hands of steel, so I can actually put my hands in any hot water I want.
Let's see if this one
So here's the first stage. You see how it's a little better?
Silver.
It's a little better.
Silver, yeah.
But then you want to go to a microfiber cloth.
Okay.
Hopefully this was long enough. This one was pretty bad. Microfiber cloth and wipe it all down. If you have a silver polishing cloth, even better. I'm just going to focus on the charm part instead of the chain right now. So you can see how that was starting to come out.
It worked.
Yeah. Now, I brought this because I was so in love with this. I'm so in love with this. This is a necklace. Can you see how one side is clean and the other side is totally
that
tarnished?
side completely
I did it at
worked.
home so I could have time, you know, to let it sit long enough and polish it.
Yeah.
So this is a 1000% pass.
Okay,
Like
this
it
works.
totally works. Oh, and P.S. I saw it on the internet. You're supposed to use toothpaste to polish your
Yes.
silver. No.
Don't
Did
do that.
everybody hear that?
Don't
No.
do it.
It can be corrosive. It can scratch. It depending on the toothpaste. It can, especially old silver, plated silver. Okay, no
Don't do it.
toothpaste cleaning on your silver.
Okay.
for sure,
Fair
for sure.
enough.
Okay.
What are we doing with this one?
Broken glass. That is a pickle to clean up, and it's really serious. All those tiny shards. If you have pets or you have little
Yes.
ones crawling on the floor,
Right.
Or just yourself if you're bare feet people.
Yeah.
So this is a bunch of broken glass. The big pieces you can get up, right?
Right.
That's a broom or even with your finger like I'm doing. But these little dust guys,
Yeah.
they are the killers that, you know, get stuck in your
You don't
foot.
know
You don't know what it is.
You don't know
and-
if you've gotten them all.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So you go to your
grab
handy
the,
dandy white bread.
Yep, it can be any bread.
Any bread?
Yep, this
But
was-
that's particularly
This was
spongy.
just really cheap.
Yeah. Okay.
And I was using it to clean, so I was
Okay.
like, I'm not buying artisan bread to pick up glass. So it doesn't have to be white bread specifically. Just that
Okay.
soft, kind of gushy bread.
Yeah.
And just push it into those little pieces of glass.
Oh,
and as you can see, it picks it all up.
That works.
I know, right? Yeah. That's a pass.
We have 1 minute left.
Okay, no problem. These are fast.
Okay.
You've got denim.
Uh-huh.
Or whatever, any fabric. It doesn't have to be denim. You're cooking. You drip salad dressing. This is oil.
Oil.
What do? You panic if you're out. You know, you
Yeah,
don't know
you're
what to do.
done.
You're having a dinner party. You don't want to get up, take it off, pre-treat it, change, blah blah blah. If you have a piece of chalk.
Yeah.
I did a pre-spot over here. If you have a piece of chalk, just go bananas with the chalk over
Color
top.
on it?
Yeah, well, yes, white chalk.
Yeah.
You don't want to use color chalk. Good question. Good point, actually, if that's
Okay,
what you
so
meant.
white chalk.
If it isn't what you meant, I'll give you the credit anyway.
Yeah,
And
totally not what I meant, but I'm taking
it. White chalk all over it, all over that spot, and that will absorb the oil out of the fabric. I did it. I
Yeah.
tested this one ahead of time because I knew it needed time to sit. It worked almost. I tried it 3 times and it worked 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
So I think it's probably how much oil, how long has it been sitting there.
Yes.
There's lots of variables,
Yeah.
but it won't hurt your fabric.
Okay.
So I say,
You
what
might as
the
well
heck?
try it.
Because chalk washes out.
Okay, good.
And then the last one is really easy. Nail polish remover.
Is this for dirty sneakers?
It's for the bottoms of the dirty sneakers.
Oh, I need a solution
So if you
for
want to
that.
extend, okay, but only white.
Everyone's
okay?
doing those whites. Like I've got so many sneakers with this, and all the whites now. gray.
Exactly. So nail polish remover just on a cotton pad.
Yeah.
And just a little bit of elbow grease in there, and give it a rubby-dub-dub.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3.
I can see it
you see
already.
that? Works like a charm.
I can see it already.
An absolute
Nail
pass.
polish remover.
Yeah, an absolute. And one fail I have to say, I also saw vinegar sprayed to clean your bed. No, not vinegar, excuse me, vodka. In a bottle sprayed over your bed. I'm like, what plant would that
Don't
work?
do it.
No, not everything on the internet's true.
No. Drink the vodka. Don't waste it on
Yes.
your feet. No.